I'm firefighter Joe Fisher, and you're watching FDNY.
Operating box 890, the address 689 5 Avenue.
Ladder.
Telephone alarm, Brooklyn box 1785, the address 3002 Fulton Street, between Linwood Street and Elton Street, fire on the second floor, apartment 2, Robert. 39 Battalion, your extra engine and truck is engine 233, ladder 176.
10-4, thank you. Battalion 39 in Brooklyn. Looks like we have fire on the top floor of a 2-story. The ground floor is commercial. Okay, 1's the street, 2's the street, 3 looks like. 3's on the target, 4's attached, guys. 2 line stress in operation at this time.
Primary job for the ladder companies in New York City is basically vent, enter, and search. The first arriving truck is going to find the fire, and also from that point they're going to do a primary search to look for victims that might have been overcome by heat, smoke. You know, it's just basically we got to find anybody that's in there. This is ladder 176. It's a 100-foot rear mount aerial. It's the backbone of the ladder companies in the fire department in New York City. The first thing we do every tour is we check the rig to make sure that everything's there and everything's working to our specifications. And this is where we have our hearse tool, a lot of times known as the jaws of life. This here is the hearse tool generator. This is a tool that's unique to a ladder apparatus compared to an engine. Some other special operations companies carry them, but every ladder company does. We keep our portable ladders back here. We have a 14-foot A-frame, 24-foot extension ladder, 12-foot straight, a 35-foot extension, 16-foot straight, and a 20-foot straight. And then in here we have an 11-foot, a 10-foot suitcase ladder. Also, we have spare hooks here, ranging from 6 feet up to 20 feet.
I'm Joe Fisher. Today I'm the chauffeur with ladder 176, which means I'm driving the rig. As far as my responsibilities, first and foremost, I'm driving the rig, so I got to make sure we get the guys to and from all the runs. At a fire, my responsibility is to set up the rig in front of the fire building and use the aerial to get my roof man to the roof. And from there, providing he has another means of egress, which is another way off, I'll take the aerial, put it to the fire floor window or the floor above, depending on the building. And I'll VES, which is vent, enter, and search. So I'll basically dump in a window and search for any missing victims. Depending on the fire and the scenario, I could be doing different things. If there's a roof rope rescue, I could wind up on the roof with the roof man, helping him with the roof rescue. If it's a commercial fire, I could wind up in the cellar checking for utilities and checking for fire extension, things like that. Otherwise, I monitor the radio and see if the guys inside need anything, any other tools or any other things done. That would be my responsibilities.
Hit. My name is Joe Cisak. I have the irons for the 9x6 tour. The irons is responsible for forcing up the doors and searching and finding the fire and searching the apartment, looking for victims that might be trapped.
The camp position is basically the fireman that's going to be going with the inside team. He's going to carry a 6-foot hook and a water extinguisher. What I do is I'm going to go to the seat of the fire and hold back the fire while the irons man and the officer are going to be able to search the apartment for life. Right here, this is where the can man sits. Basically, he's going to have his mask here, helmet, flashlight, gloves. Next thing you want to check is the irons. You get an axe and a Halligan. We keep them together for ease of carrying. And a bunny tool for forcible entry. And right behind me is where the irons man sits. So we keep his tools right at his feet. and we're going to check his mask also.
The inside team, we go up through the interior stairs with myself and the irons firefighter and the can firefighter, and we search for victims inside the fire department. If there's no victims inside there, then we locate the fire and we direct the engine company who bring the hose in to extinguish the fire. Let's say there was a fire in a third floor apartment here. We're going to simulate forcing the door. I'm going to tell you what the inside team does. When you enter a fire and smoke-filled apartment, you want to stay as close to the wall as possible. You feel your way along the wall, and you feel with your tools and your hands, and you're searching. You're looking for a possible fire victim. You want to stay along the wall because eventually you'll get yourself to a window or a door in case we get trapped or lost. And if we do, if you're along a wall, you'll eventually make your way out or back to where you were. But you pretty much go along the wall and do the entire perimeter of the apartment. And if someone's in there, we'll find you. This is my thermal imaging camera. The thermal imaging camera, it picks up heat, so if it's behind a wall, in a ceiling, you can, it'll give you that location as to where the hot spots are. But most importantly, what I think is with this camera, not only does it pick up the heat, but say we get in trouble, it also picks up window frames and door frames, and it gives us an idea as a way out in case we get in trouble, trapped.
We're up on the roof to show the operations of the roof man. First dude roof man usually brings the roof rope. Second dude may bring the saw if we have a top floor fire. His job is to get ventilation to the top floor by putting a hole through the roof.
Basically, the purpose of ventilation is for us. We all know heat and gases rise. There's nowhere else for it to go but to mushroom down on the members. Not only is it relieving the members from the heat, smoke, it's also clearing the air so we can get a better look at where we're going, how we're going. So ventilation is key. It's key.
My name is Jim Tucker. I have the OV today. That's the outside vent. My job is to get to the rear, check to see what's going on in the rear at a fire, and vent those windows in the rear opposite the hose line, and get in and do a search.
This is where the roof man sits, and this is where the outside vent man sits. They each have a Halligan down here, and there's an axe and a maul. For different types of buildings, they're going to bring a different complement of tools, so we like to keep them right here. This way they're not looking for them, you know, when they need them.
Ladder 176's area is a lot of brownstones and row frames. The city as a whole has obviously different types of structures, high-rises, multiple dwellings, brownstones, row frames, private dwellings, things like that. So our procedures differ for each structure that we go to, different tools and different procedures throughout the city. But ours is basically a lot of brownstones and row frames, so that's our bread and butter.
I have a brother in 152 truck up in Queens, and I have a father who's a retired captain out of 65 engine in Manhattan. I joined because seeing the lifestyle and seeing my father come home with a smile most of the time, you know, and him talking about the job, that's what pushed me towards this job.
You've just gotten a taste of the dangerous, challenging, but highly rewarding work members of the New York City Fire Department do each and every day. As you can see, there's definitely a reason why they're known as New York's bravest. Whether they're responding to a vehicle accident, high-rise fire, or major emergency, our firefighters and fire marshals demonstrate unparalleled dedication and courage. They're always willing to help a stranger in need, and they do, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you want to learn more about how you can become part of the New York City Fire Department family, visit us online or call 311 for more information. Thank you.